Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Amelia One. Good evening.
Okay, I have the case here from, looks like February 4th for criminal damage and disorderly conduct. Along with failures to appear. Because you have the felony hold, we'll appoint public defender's office to represent, city public defender's office to represent you on these charges. You'll be released on these charges on the conditions that you don't go back to 1252 South Craycroft or have any contact with the victims in this matter. Court date's November 21st at 9 a.m. If you're out of custody, you need to appear. If you're still in custody, then the city public defender's office will address the matter with. All right, thank you.
Hold on a second. And Judge, I was sticking around only because Mr. Wan's matter was listed under house felony. Maybe briefly excuse me, back, Judge.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are?
Daniel Holland.
Mr. Holland, I have a stack of things here for you. We'll start with a warrant out of West Mesa Justice Court. warrant looks like it's for possession of paraphernalia. And failing to appear in court. Bond requested is $500. I'll reduce that to $250. Court date is October the 8th at 8 a.m. They will have 24 hours after you're released on your local charges to make arrangements to pick you up, a total of 72 hours to pick you up. If they don't, you'll be automatically released. And again, your court date is October the 8th at 8 a.m. if you are released on this matter. Substance abuse assessment and treatment as a condition of release. Got a little copy of the conditions from the JP out of custody. We'll appoint Brent Cicero to represent you on this matter. Bond will be $50 requested by Judge Wilson back in May of 2023. You're not to return to the incident location, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and again, substance abuse assessment and treatment to the extent that it's available. I have a stack of files here out of Tucson City Court. Current charges for possession of paraphernalia. I have charges looking back to 2018 for possession of paraphernalia, along with multiple failures to appear. 2019, possession of paraphernalia, failing to appear in court. Criminal trespass, March 29th of 2022. 737 West Alturas. Failures to appear. Criminal trespass at 1501 North Oracle. October 28th of 2022, failure to appear in court. And charges for criminal trespass on July 28th of this year, failing to appear in court. We'll appoint City Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. Bond will be $250. If you post the bond and you're released on your other charges, your court date will be October 27th at 2:30 in the afternoon. Again, no alcohol or illegal drugs. You don't go back to 737 West Alturas, 1501 North Oracle, or 1401 West Grant. If you're still in custody on October the 3rd, there will be a video review at about 1:45. And I suggest do not discuss these matters with anyone except your attorneys. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Go out the door, sit downstairs with the mails. White. First two, I hate you with this.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are
Oh, Raymond White. Good evening.
Mr. White. Citations here charging you with domestic violence assault, 3 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct. Alleged to have occurred earlier this afternoon. Your next court date on this matter is going to be on Thursday at 8:30 in the morning in the Green Valley Justice Court. You'll be released on your signature and promise to appear. Conditions are you have no contact with Mr. Copeland. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't go to
Yes,
his
ma'am.
residence. If he remains at that residence, then you can go back once with law enforcement to get your personal belongings, but you do not go back there. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and again, your court date is Thursday, the 25th at 8:30 in the morning in the Green Valley Justice Court.
Oop.
Thank you, Mr. White.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Go and go downstairs, sit downstairs with the mails. Ms. Fisher. Thank you. That's what I think.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are
Alexis Fisher. Hello.
this
How are
week.
you?
I have quite a number of things here for you. I have charges from January 13th of last year for possession of paraphernalia, along with failures to appear. Most recently on March the 17th. Charges for shoplifting, June 18th of last year. Charges for possession of paraphernalia on June 20th last year. Possession of paraphernalia September 22nd of last year. Failure to appear on October the 3rd. Possession over the 12th of last year. Failure to appear. Theft and possession of paraphernalia on October 20th of last year. Failure to appear. Possession of paraphernalia February the 7th of this year. And possession of paraphernalia on July 25th of this year. Failing to appear on August 7th. We'll appoint City Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. Bond is $250. If you post the bond, your court date will be October 27th at 9:30 in the morning in the Tucson City Court. If you've not posted the bond, you'll be scheduled to be seen on October the 3rd at 1:45. Your attorney may choose to move that court date based on status of things. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Substance abuse assessment and treatment. You don't go back to 6317 East Broadway, 1614 North Wilmot, 100 East Grant. And I'd suggest do not discuss these matters with anyone except your attorney. Thank you.
I get a release.
Yeah, if you pay your bond. Then you go out the door, sit downstairs with Pima, sir. Gonzalez, Patrick.
Mr. Gonzalez, I have a number of things here for you. Current charges for possession of paraphernalia, possession of a shopping cart. When did it occur? It looks like yesterday morning. Charges for possession of paraphernalia on November the 30th of last year, failing to appear on December the 11th. Citations for soliciting from a median, possession of a shopping cart on July 2nd of this year, failing to appear on July the 15th. Soliciting from a median on August the 12th, failing to appear on August the 25th. criminal trespass, possession of paraphernalia on August the 26th, failing to appear on September the 8th. We'll appoint, given your criminal superior history, we'll appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. Bond will be $250. If you post the bond, your court date will be October the 21st at 9:30 in the morning in the Tucson City Court. If you've not posted the bond, you'll be seen on October the 3rd, sometime after 1:45. Substance abuse assessment and treatment. You don't go back to the vicinity of First and River or to 4910 North First. Other than in the course of assessment and treatment, I suggest you discuss this matter with anyone accepting. Right, thank you, Mr. Gonzalez.
Mr. Gonzalez, go out the door downstairs. Rental. Did I hear from you? I'm stuck here. It's on the Yeah. Maybe there's the first.
Word, yeah. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
The bond removed.
citations here. It looks like they're from October 24th of last year. Domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct, and domestic violence preventing the use of a telephone. Your next court date on this matter will be October the 28th at 1:30 in the afternoon in the Tucson City Court. Do you understand that you need to be present at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Meantime, you're not to have any contact with Ms. Lester.
Okay.
You're not to go near her residence or workplace. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have issues with regard to your mutual child, you can deal with those through Superior Court. Thank you, Mr. Ringgold.
Thank you.
Alright, so you can go George downstairs with the mail. Keely.
Good evening, I'm Sid Fade, and you are.
MSU. Do I need to sit closer? Or could it just hear me?
All right, I have current citations charging you with domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct. Alleged occurred earlier today. I have charges from September 2nd of 2023 for criminal trespass in East Monte Vista, failing to appear in court. And charges of criminal trespass on August 22nd of this year, failing to appear in court. That was at 2950 South Columbus. North Columbus, excuse me. My concern is that you've got those two failures to appear. What makes me think that if I release you, you're going to show up in court?
I will, Your Honor. I'm homeless. It was just a bad incident. The other two, I guess I'm not allowed to talk about, but it was just I really was going to the restroom at Columbus. The park was closed for a few minutes. I just went there just to the restroom. I came out, told the officer that.
You don't want to talk about facts of the case. The issue is your failure to appear.
So I need ID to get another court date. So I went down to DMV when I got the money.
Well, no, you're given a court date by the officers and you didn't appear.
Right, because I need.
If I give you, you don't need ID to come to court. If I give you a court date today, are you going to show up?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I don't want to be in trouble anymore. I don't want to go through this anymore. I really don't.
I'm going to give you one more chance.
Thanks, ma'am. Thank you.
Your court date is going to be October the 28th at 1:30 in the afternoon in the Tucson City Court.
I'm 30.
You're not to go back to any of these incident locations. You're not to have any contact with Mr. Riddick. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence. And you need to see what you can do about getting behavioral health and assessment and any recommended treatment.
Okay.
Okay, you can get some assistance from the transition center right outside the jail.
Okay. Hey, come on
And
here.
you can come to Tucson City Court this Friday at 1:30. On the 6th floor, we have what's called community court, where there is
Yes.
agencies present,
Okay.
and they're there to get people signed up and get them services. Okay,
Okay, and I can go there any.
Friday at
any-
1:30.
Right, one day.
That's in addition to the court date you've got to sign.
Right. On the 28th. Got it.
October
Thank you.
28th.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Here you go.
And stand up. Go outdoor downstairs to the Pinos. Yeah, that's a. Sheridan, Jason. You're up.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, you, sir, are
Jason Sheridan.
Mr. Sheridan. I have a petition to revoke probation, alleging that you failed to report to adult probation. After you were sentenced on January the 22nd. Also have charges for possession of paraphernalia on March the 29th, failing to appear on April the 9th. Criminal trespass, March 31st, failing to appear on April the 14th.
That's why it's right. What spots you got open?
Possession of paraphernalia and criminal trespass on May the 29th.
Got any options? Take one of those.
In possession of paraphernalia earlier today. Will appoint.
I-
Defendant's office to represent you on this charges. Your next court date is going to be October the 6th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Bond is $2,500 cash. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no active domestic violence, no firearms or weapons, no contact with Sandra Baker. You don't go near her residence or workplace. You don't go to 1500 or 1400 West Grant. And I'd suggest that you not discuss this matter with anyone except your attorney. Thank you, Mr. Sheridan. Did you have enough files? You have enough files? All right, thank you, Mr. Sheridan.
Mr. Sheridan. Out the door downstairs, see what the mail's. Swanson. Swanson.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are
Patricia Swanson.
Ms. Swanson. I have citations here from October 19th of 2022 for shoplifting, a couple different types of assault, disorderly conduct, and failure to appear on November the 1st of 2022. Citations for criminal trespass on April the 4th of 2023. Failure to appear on April the 17th. criminal trespass and possession of paraphernalia on August 19th of 2023, failing to appear on August the 30th. Possession of paraphernalia on February the 9th of 2024, failing to appear on February the 22nd. Possession of paraphernalia on March the 23rd of 2024, failing to appear on April the 3rd. Possession of paraphernalia on July the 7th of 2024, failing to appear on July the 18th. Possession of paraphernalia and criminal trespass on January 25th of this year, failing to appear on February the 5th. Criminal trespass on August or January 26th of this year, failing to appear on February the 6th. Both of those were at 2201 South Craycroft. Possession on April 13th of this year, failing to appear on April the 24th. Will appoint City Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. Bond will be $250. If you post the bond, your next court date, October 22nd at 9:30 in the morning. If you haven't posted the bond, you'll be seen on the afternoon of October the 3rd, sometime after 1:45. No alcohol or illegal drugs. No contact with any victims. You're not to go back to 3275 North Swan, 5505 East Grant, 4140 East Grant, or 2201 South Craycroft. And substance abuse assessment and treatment if you're out of custody. All right, thank you. I left stuff for you to fill out. I signed them.
All right, so I'll just get up. I'll just door downstairs, still, please, up. That's Bruce. Come on, you're up. Remember the face here.
And good evening, Your Honor. My name is Curtis Fisher. I'm here for Mr. Santa Cruz.
All right, I do see a notice of, just a limited notice of appearance.
Oh, and Your Honor, that was by error. Our office has actually been retained to represent him on the full case.
All right. Did you wish to waive reading?
Yes, Your Honor, and yeah, enter a plea of not guilty at this time.
right. Did either council wish to be heard further on conditions of release?
Your Honor, if the state doesn't have anything, the only condition that I had an issue with was the unsupervised contact with children. Mr. Santa Cruz has children in his home that he cares for. He's a father. So we would just ask that he be allowed to have contact with his minor children. Also, in terms of just supporting an OR release, he has extensive ties to the community. His parents here, his wife is here, his kids are here. He has hired private counsel, so he's not a flight risk. And then also, Your Honor, the nature of the offenses, he's charged with, class 5 and class 6 felonies and his probation available. Also, no one was injured physically as a result of his conduct, so he's not necessarily a danger to the community either.
And Your Honor, I did not put that on my documented initial appearance recommendation. However, the state would argue that there should be a condition in place to keep the defendant away from minor children. Also, I'm not going to repeat the nature of the charges, of course, but there is a victim, and I would ask the court to note that the smaller victim in this case.
And Your Honor, if I may, all the information available to the defense thus far doesn't indicate anything that Mr. Santa Cruz picked this person, allegedly based on the fact of age. Also, Your Honor, nor is there anything indicative that his contact with his own children should be restricted. We're okay with any kind of other restriction for other people under 18. It's just so that he can have contact with his kids and provide care like he has been for, the 5 or 6 years that they've been around.
Let's say 5 or 6 years, given that he's only 20, that's.
Oh, Mr. Santa Cruz, remind me, how old are your kids?
My daughter Alani Santa Cruz, she is 5 years old. I'm 30 years old.
Oh, okay, yeah, my math's bad, sorry. All right. Preliminary hearing, it's gonna be October the 3rd at 1:30. Bond will be $5,000. If the bond is posted, it'll be in the supervision of pretrial services. You're not to have contact with any minors. You may have contact with your children with CPS approval, with DCS approval. But until that has been cleared with DCS, you are not to have contact with your children. Do you understand that?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, preliminary hearing date's October 3rd at 1:30 p.m. Thank you, Mr. Santa Cruz.
Thank you for your time, Your Honor.
Mr. Fisher, your client has some questions since you're appointed. I'm obviously not advising him. I told him to contact you.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. And then I'll be in touch with his family about posting the bond.
You were my lawyer or?
Not yet.
What did you pay for this stuff? That happens. Because
Uh,
let's pay off the difference. You're going to do, you're looking to know, yeah. Could you, so these are, what's around, actually, that is, $100 bond assumption. Then they should, this type of thing, you know, it's, we'll have the bond, I think, something today, on the. She says.
Evening, Your Excellence.
Okay, so if they pay after like 8 o'clock. It takes sort of after 9 o'clock, like this. Okay, take morning, like if they have to. The way they actually correctly announce, they're trying to take the job by, trying to get them at 5:30 by the future.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shayad, and you are,
Good evening, Your Excellence. My name is Daniel Hiles-Spachelski. How are you doing this evening?
all right, Mr. Spachelski. I
Yes, ma'am.
have a warrant here out of Pima County Justice Court. Did counsel wish to waive reading?
Certainly, Judge. Thank you.
Will appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand there is a judicial determination of probable cause, and there is a bond amount listed on it, which is $100,000. The court, I'm sure, has already reviewed the pretrial services report. There's absolutely no history here. Given those factors, Judge, housing has been verified. There's also verification that the protected class of victims do not reside at Mr. Spachalski's residence. Given that I was going to ask for release to pretrial services at this time, obviously don't have the facts in front of me. This is just a warrant. So release to pretrial, Judge. Thank you.
Preliminary hearing date will be October the 3rd at 1:30. Bond will be $50,000. If you post the bond, you'll be in the supervision of pretrial services. No contact with the alleged victims or the victim's family or any minors without a sober adult, another sober adult present to supervise. Not go to the victim's residence or school, to any parks, schools, daycares, gaming parlors, or shopping malls. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment is available in custody or under the direction of pretrial services if you are out of custody.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Zachalski.
Probably your first look now, stuff, state rail, you feel like you're. That's fine.
Your Honor, we have, in about a few minutes, we have multiple defendants. In court.
All right, see that. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. This is addressed to everyone in the courtroom right now. Good evening. I'm Judge Shayette. This is the time set for initial appearances. If there's misdemeanor matters, there may be arraignments on those matters. It's basically the time for you to be formally advised of the charges against you. For me to set conditions of release, appoint counsel as appropriate, and your next court date. It is not the time to talk about facts of cases or ask that charges be dismissed. In fact, I'd suggest that you not discuss these matters with anyone except your attorney. Conditions of release for all of these matters will be that you appear at all court dates, you violate no laws, you remain within the state of Arizona unless you receive permission of the court to leave the state. There may be additional conditions based on your history, your circumstances, and the events that occurred. And you, sir, are
Ashton Calloway.
Mr. Calloway. I have a complaint here out of Pima County Justice Court charging you on September 1st with armed robbery, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument, possession of a deadly weapon by a prohibited possessor, and discharge of a firearm within the city limits. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, noting there is an adult probation hold. Did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Yes, Judge, we would just be asking the court to set a bond. We just ask that it not be as high as 100,000. I don't have the facts in front of me. This is a warrant, Judge, but given that Mr. Calloway is only 18 years old, we would ask you to consider setting a $25,000 bond. Thank you.
Given that Mr. Calloway is on probation for a weapons violation and is alleged to have been in possession of a weapon after he was put on probation, bond will be $50,000. Preliminary hearing date of October the 3rd, 1:30. No firearms or weapons, no contact with alleged victims, no return to the incident location. Thank you, Mr. Calloway.
Thank you.
Hendricks, Wayland.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Waylon Hendricks.
Mr. Hendricks, I have two warrants here. One for charges from November 13th of 2022 for burglary and criminal damage. The other one, charges of burglary for November 22nd of 2020. We'll set an arraignment date for September the 30th at 1:30. Appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. I acknowledge the bonds and the warrants, $500 each at reasonable dollar amounts. However, looks like in speaking with Mr. Hendricks, he informs me that he was in custody in Maricopa County and he was brought to the Pima County Jail. I do see, Judge, that pre-trial services notes there is a minute entry from Pima County Superior Court indicating there is a motion to quash scheduled on October the 17th. That kind of suggests to me that an attorney filed a motion to quash, and that is still pending before the court. The hearing has not happened. Obviously, the warrants are getting quashed today. So, Your Honor, we are asking the court to consider releasing Mr. Hendricks to pretrial services supervision in light of the low bonds and the warrants, as well as the motion to quash. Thank you.
I'm going to leave the bonds in place. Pretrial services. If you post the bond, behavioral health assessment and treatment to the extent that it's available. No contact with the alleged victims and no return to the incident locations. Gotta love it all, man. The out of county, they carried over for the out of county, but it didn't from Pima County to Pima County.
So you're not being released. All right, for sure. It's $1,000 bond again. All right.
But again, court date's a week from today.
A week from today.
Thank you, Mr. Henry.
Oh,
But you should share it, but- Right there.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll be done soon. Hold on.
I'm fine,
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Marcus Lawrence.
Mr. Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
I have a
Yes,
number
ma'am.
of things for you. I have an interim complaint charging you with resisting arrest, possession of narcotics, possession of paraphernalia. Alleged occurred on September the 22nd.
I'll promise I'll be good. Ma'am,
Will appoint legal defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Yes, please, Your Honor. Mr. Lawrence is specifically asking me to advocate for his release. While we understand he does have 3 felony priors, it looks like those are all for non-dangerous, non-violent offenses, drug possession and trespassing.
Yeah.
And Your Honor, we understand he's 6 on 6 on the scales with some outstanding city court warrants, but he's still specifically asking me to ask for release and not recommend a bond. So I will not be making an alternate bond recommendation this evening. Thank you, Judge.
Uh, I promise. I said I promise I'll.
Given the history and the misdemeanor matters that I have here as well. Preliminary hearing date will be October the 3rd at 1:30. Bond is $5,000. If you post the bond, you'll be under supervision of pretrial services. You're not to return to the Deanza Park.
Yeah. I understand.
And Judge, I'm so sorry. I may have missed this, but since the misdemeanors are, I think the trespassing is a misdemeanor, so I don't know if he qualifies for steps.
No, there's a resisting arrest charge.
Oh, my apologies. Then he does not.
Oh my God, right there. Yeah, I know. I gotta get released.
If you post a $5,000 bond,
Uh,
conditions of release will include no alcohol or illegal drugs, not return to Deanza Park, behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment, to the extent that it's available while you're in custody. If you're out of custody, as directed by pretrial services.
yeah. I'll be good.
Then we
Yeah.
have misdemeanor files. Charges for possession of paraphernalia and criminal trespass on February the 14th of this year. Looks like you're supposed to be in court in the end of May and didn't appear.
Yes, ma'am. I was out on the streets.
And then charges from June the 18th for possession of paraphernalia. And again, failing to appear in court.
Yeah, you're waiting to get your city code date.
Okay. So.
Right, on the city court matters, I'm going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent you on these charges.
Okay.
Court date on this will be November the 21st at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you're out of custody, you need to appear. If you're still in custody, city public defender's office will communicate with you and address the matter with the court. Again, substance abuse and behavioral health assessment and treatment. You don't go back to 21 East Speedway into Danza Park. They're both right in the same vicinity. And again, no alcohol or illegal drugs.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence.
Melanie.
Pardon me?
The $5,000 bail bond.
That's correct.
Am I gonna be stuck in custody here or?
If you pay it, you can get it.
Yeah. I need to use those.
I'll try this on.
Good evening, I'm participating in you, sir. Mr. Lopez, is that correct?
Yes.
Speak up.
Interim complaint here charging you with criminal trespass, possession of paraphernalia, and possession of dangerous drugs. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges. And did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
No, well, the recommendation that the state made for the 5,000 plus pretrial services was based on previous convictions and failures to appear. And that was all I had, Your Honor. Thank you.
And Judge, looks like Mr. Lopez already has a probation hold from Superior Court. Given the whole,
believe there's a Superior Court hold.
Your Honor, the
No.
pretrial services report says so.
Okay.
The probation hold, my bad, I misspoke. So Judge, given the probation hold, we would be asking, and the nature of the charges, we are asking you to consider setting $1,000.
Preliminary hearing date will be October the 3rd at 1:30. Bond is $2,500. If you post the bond, it'll be instructed of pretrial services. You don't go back to the incident location, have contact with the alleged victims. I also have a stack of files here for you out of Tucson City Court. Charges that go back to January 21st of 2022 for shoplifting, along with failures to appear. Charges for possession of paraphernalia from July 6th of 2022, failure to appear. Criminal trespass, possession of paraphernalia on September 27th of 2022. Along with failures to appear. Criminal trespass, 327 West Pastime, October 5th of 2022, failure to appear. Charges for possession of paraphernalia and criminal trespass on November 3rd of 2022, 310 West Delano. Failures to appear. Criminal trespass and possession of paraphernalia December 7th of 2022. 333 West Fort Lowell. Possession of paraphernalia, April 11th of 2024. Possession of paraphernalia, an additional charge from April 11th of 2024. Will appoint City Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. Set a review hearing for November 21st at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you're out of custody, you need to appear. If you're still in custody, then the Public Defender's Office, the officers will review it. Thank you. Did I give you her folder? No, I didn't give you her drawing. I'm just making sure I'm not giving you something I shouldn't give you. Good evening, I'm Judge Fayette, and you, sir,
Andrew Mack.
Mr. Matt. In a complaint charging you with possession of dangerous drugs, possession of paraphernalia. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on?
No, Your Honor, thanks. Oh,
It's widespread.
Judge, we just asked the court to set a steps hearing. We are willing to waive time to 45 days instead of the standard 20 days if the court's inclined to release Mr. Mack. I think the 45 days puts us to November 7th.
Correct.
And I was going to ask for release on his own recognizance, but I'm comfortable court ordering pretrial services. So, thank you.
Your next court date is going to be a week from today, 9 o'clock in the morning, Pima County Superior Court. That's what's called the steps preliminary, a steps review hearing. That's to see if you're going to be eligible for a diversion program that will require you to participate in a course of treatment designed to fit your needs, what will help you. If you successfully complete it, then the charges will be dismissed before they're ever formally charged. Otherwise, your preliminary hearing date will be November the 7th at 1:30. So you need to comply with pretrial services, you need to comply with steps, and you need to appear next Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Mack.
Thank you.
And Judge, this was pretrial services. Thank you.
Mr. Murray, it's around here. I think.
Sir.
About to go. Okay.
Good evening, I'm Judge Fayette, and you, sir, are? Your name, sir?
Murray, Jesse Murray.
Mr. Murray, I have 3 warrants here for you out of Maricopa County. Charges for possession of dangerous drugs. Looks like these are alleged to have occurred sometime in 2003. Also have possession of narcotic paraphernalia. Looks like it might be probation revocation. And an additional possession of paraphernalia. Bond on this will be $250. We'll set a review hearing for October 23rd at 9 a.m. if Maricopa County has not come to get you. If you post the bond, you need to immediately contact Maricopa County Superior Court to get a court date. And you'll be under the supervision of pretrial services, no alcohol or illegal drugs. All right. Thank you, Mr. Murray.
And so, Judge, the 250, I'm guessing was on all the 3 warrants. Oh, thank you. Judge, we are sorry to ask you again, but the court just said it's a concurrent bond. Mr. Murray wants me to double check because he's a little anxious that one of them was hold without bond, but
No, the not indicated on the warrant, or I would have
Yes.
indicated that. And it's a single minute entry from our point of view.
I see.
So
Okay. Yeah, so 250 and you should be able to be released. It goes to start to 3 separate bonds.
Okay.
thank you.
Sorry for the delay, Judge.
And just so you know, Mr. Phillips will be held on city court probation violations,
I see. Thank you.
just so you know.
Yes, Judge, I will.
Go up short.
Did she say Mr. Phillip? That's not me.
No.
No.
Go downstairs, see what mails. Phillips, you're up next. Phillips. Phillips. Back there. Try. No. Phillips. Wake up. Phillips. Holy, sorry. Down right here.
Sir.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are?
Truman. Phillips.
Mr. Phillips, I have an interim complaint charging you with possession of dangerous drugs, possession of narcotic drugs, and possession of paraphernalia. Alleged to have occurred on or about the 19th. We have we'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Your Honor, since the court will be holding Mr. Phillips on the misdemeanors, we just ask that the court set a standard 10-day preliminary hearing date on the felony, also set a steps hearing so that he can be screened. And Your Honor, we ask that the bond on the felony be no more than $100 because of the nature of the charges. Thank you.
Anything further from the state?
Well, just to note, Your Honor, that the state's recommendation for bond was the amount was based on the failures to appear, and that's about it.
There are also notes from the officers for resisting arrest. Both matters this week and requesting a high bond. So the bond will be $2,500. Pretrial services. If you post the bond, steps hearing will be September 30th at 9 a.m. Preliminary hearing date will be September 23rd at 1:30. You're not to return to the Yuhan Park. Do you understand that?
Yes.
It's going to be October the 3rd for preliminary hearing date. And then, as I said, we've got the misdemeanor matters. We'll start with petition to revoke probation. Alleging he didn't complete intake, didn't with corrective institutions monitoring, didn't do substance abuse, evaluation or treatment, or the domestic violence. We'll appoint Jeffrey Grinkowitz to represent you on that matter as well as the other city court matters. In addition to that, I have another 5 files here out of Tucson City Court. I have charges for possession of paraphernalia on June the 10th. Criminal trespass on June the 27th, failing to appear in court. Charges from September the 19th. Possession of prescription only drugs, possession of paraphernalia, resisting arrest, and criminal trespass. Charges from today for criminal trespass, resisting arrest, and possession of paraphernalia. And it's alleged to be at the G1 Park. And charges from additional charges for criminal trespass and resisting arrest. Bond is $2,500 cash on these matters. Mr. Greenwich is again appointed to represent you. You're not go back to 3220 North Stone, 3127 North Stone, or the Yuhan Park. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence.
That it?
No, you'll get a court date.
So October the 6th, excuse me, October the 6th at 1:30, in or out of custody.
Good. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Nay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's Robert.
Good evening, I'm Judge Jayett, and you are
Robert Angel Canales Jr.
Mr. Pinellas. Got a warrant out of Pima County Superior Court charging you with shoplifting alleged to occur on or about the 17th of June. We'll appoint Andrew Ross to represent you on these charges, set an arraignment date for September the 30th at 1:30, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Yes, please, Judge. So it looks like multiple warrants were issued and quashed. Mr. Pinellas, it looks like this case was dismissed, Judge, and then a summons was mailed. A
And
return
then-
mail.
Then he was arrested at the end of August, was released to pretrial services, and didn't appear for arraignment.
Judge, we're asking for one more chance, but we fully understand if the court's not inclined,
I'm going to court this time.
then we just ask the court to honor the bond and not increase it.
I'm going to court this time, Your Honor.
Well, the bond is $500. Court date's a week from today at 1:30. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment treatment to the extent that it's available in custody or under the direction of pretrial services if you're out of custody. Thank you, Mr. Pinellas. I don't have anything else for you.
Hello. Hi, Your Honor.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shayad and you are
Stuart Ratcliffe.
Mr. Ratcliffe. In a complaint charging you with possession of dangerous drugs, 2 count, possession of paraphernalia and criminal trespass.
Yeah, say something. Your Honor, the criminal trespass was. There's a misunderstanding here.
No. I think
Yes,
this is just.
sorry about that. Sorry. And then I'm gonna go to.
No, hold on.
All right. We'll appoint the legal defender's office to represent you on these charges and either counsel wish to be heard on conditions.
Nothing more from the state, Your Honor. Thank you.
And Judge, we're actually hoping for Mr. Ratcliffe's release. It looks like the trespassing is a class 3 misdemeanor, so I think Mr. Ratcliffe is at least eligible to be screened for the STEPS program. So I would be asking the court to set a STEPS hearing. Your Honor, the reason we're asking for release is because these are personal possession charges, and moreover, Judge, looks like the last conviction, although we do acknowledge Mr. Ratcliffe has some history with about 5 felony convictions or more than that, I guess. The last conviction is from 2017. So given the age of the prior convictions and the nature of the new offenses he's arrested for, being personal possession, we just asked the court to consider setting a STEPS hearing. And if the court's inclined to release him, we will waive time and have to come back 45 days later. Thank you. There seems to be some stable housing as well, Judge, and family support.
All right. I'm going to release you to the third-party custody pretrial services. Your next court date is going to be September the 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Pima County Superior Court, you need to be there. No alcohol or illegal drugs. You participate in behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment as directed by pretrial services. You won't go back to Dollar General. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary hearing date right now is set for November the 7th at 1:30. You need to comply with steps. If you are approved for steps and comply, then the charges will be dismissed. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Ratcliffe.
So
Mr. Rojo, yes.
Shit.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Jorge Rojo Gutierrez.
Mr. Rojo. We have an complaint here charging with aggravated assault with a dangerous instrument, deadly weapon. Alleged it occurred earlier today.
No, I didn't saw anyone.
We'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions? Realizing that he is on release for other charges.
No, Your Honor, I have nothing further to add.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. I'm just trying to. I understand the state's asking for a $50,000 bond. I know the court just noted that Mr. Rojo Gutierrez is on release. Your Honor, I think where this is going is I think the court is inclined to set a bond rather than using Mr. Rojo Gutierrez, but he is specifically asking me to request nothing but release. So I will not be making an alternate bond recommendation in this instance. We will ask for pretrial services. Thank you.
Well, the state could have requested a no bond hold in this matter.
No, they couldn't get on training.
Okay, but it's not a question.
And the man, you can't say.
Stop talking.
You're being charged with a crime while you're on release for a previous felony, and they could have requested you to be held without.
Judge, this has come up with Judge Million before. I think if the court wants to honor the state's bond,
Oh,
I
no.
guess that's.
I mean, I wasn't going to hold him without bond. That's just a point of information.
Certainly. I'm sorry.
Preliminary hearing date's October the 3rd at 1:30. Bond is $20,000. If you post the bond, then you'll be under the supervision of pretrial services, no firearms or weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and you don't go to any Circle K stores. Thank you, Mr. Rojo Gutierrez.
Is there a DOC hold? No.
And does Mr. Villa have a parole hold?
No, Judge. I'm informed now.
Mr. Villa, got a couple things here for you. We'll start
Sure.
with felony. Interim complaint charging with promoting prison contraband alleged occurred earlier today.
That was my medicine.
We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Yes, please, Judge. So I think the court probably heard Mr. Villa, but he wants to inform the court that he is actively participating in treatment, which sort of explains the allegations in the interim complaint. The alleged Suboxone that he had was it was prescribed, and I don't have all the circumstances surrounding the booking into the jail at this time. I'm sure we'll get more disclosure. But given Judge, Mr. Villa also informed me he has an excellent relationship with his parole officer. He is actively engaging in treatment. While we understand it's a higher level of felony, Your Honor, given that, and the last conviction I'm showing on the pretrial services report in Mr. Villa's matter, it seems to be from 2019. in light of all of that, Judge, and I guess, yeah, I see the other matter where he was paroled close to Christmas of last year, and his end date is December 23rd of 2020. So, Your Honor, given that there is no DOC hold yet, we would ask you to consider, given the nature of the charge, we will ask you to consider releasing him to pretrial services and also order him to report to his parole officer upon release.
Medicines in my wallet.
Given the other charges, including a paraphernalia charge from earlier today, bond is $2,500. Preliminary hearing date's October the 3rd at 1:30. Then I have misdemeanor charges. 2 counts of domestic violence violation of court order, 3 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct, and 1 count of possession of paraphernalia. These are alleged to have occurred earlier today. Amanda Bynum to represent you on these charges. Did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions? Well, I guess nobody really is involved in this matter. All right.
And Judge, these are all misdemeanors, I believe.
Yes, yeah. We'll set a hearing for tomorrow at 1:00. Hold you on a $500 bond. You're not to have contact with alleged victims. You're not to go back to within 2 blocks of the incident location, the victim's residence and workplace. And no alcohol or illegal drugs. All right. Thank you, Mr. Villa.
So talk to your attorneys and go from there.
That's all on my desk.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Judge.
Have a great evening.
See you next time.